Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and on this video I'm going to do a review on this radio control. This radio control is made by Tamiya. It's the Finespec 2.4 GHz. Now this is the recommended radio control that Tamiya recommends for this type of trucks. Now I'm going to plug it in and test it out so you can see if it's the right controller for you. Inside the box you're going to get a 4-channel radio control just like this one. And what is nice about this radio control is all the buttons that it has. You have some on the left, on the right, and 2 on the top, and 2 more on this side. There's a number 10 right here. It's hard to see it on the camera, but there's a number 10 on this button. So a total of 10. Now, what these buttons do, they turn on and off all the functions of the truck. So all your lights and all the other functions, you can turn them on just simply by pressing one button. Okay, not like the other controllers where you have to do combinations with the sticks. All right, and that's the control. Very nice. Doesn't feel that light. Okay, very nice looking control. Okay, and for the batteries, you have to put 4 AA batteries. Okay, and that's how you power the radio. All right, now it doesn't come with batteries. You have to provide your own batteries. It can be any kind, just make sure it's AA. Now in the box you're going to get also your receiver. This is a 4-channel receiver right there. Very nice, very small, and it doesn't have an antenna, so this is how it looks like. Okay, 4-channel receiver. Now the radio control comes with some instructions, but the problem is that it's in Chinese. It's not in English, so if you do not know how to read Chinese, then you're gonna struggle with the instructions. So it comes with this one, and it comes with this one. So right there you can see, and let me open the page just to give you an idea. All right, and that's the instruction booklet. Now I'm going to go ahead and install these wires J4, J5, J6, and J7, just like the instructions say on the instructions that comes with the multifunction control unit. So these instructions say how to install it into the Tamiya receiver. This is the Tamiya receiver, so I'm going to install it exactly how the instructions say. J4 goes to channel 1, J5 goes to channel 2, and J6 to channel 3, and J7 to channel 4. Now on the plug, you can only plug it in one way, because right here you can see on the very corner right there, there's a little extra plastic that kind of looks like a key, and that's because it can only go one way. So if you try to put it this way, it's not gonna fit, so it has to go the other way right here. Okay, so J4 goes to channel 1 just like this. Now J5 goes to channel 2. Alright, just like this. J6 to channel 3. Alright, just like this. And J7 goes to channel 4. Alright, just like this. Now on your MFC you have these plugs, which is J8 is this one. Okay, J8, that's for the steering. J9 is for your 5th wheel to unlock it or lock it. And then you have J10, which is your transmission, that one right here. Okay, that's how those go in. Now when you plug them in, you have to plug them in this way. Okay, and the reason is because the pins right here, if you can see right there, there's 3 pins right there. The first one is the negative, the middle pin is the positive, and the right one is the signal wire. All right, now turn on the control by switching the switch up, and you're going to see a red light right there. Okay, and now it's on. Now turn on the truck. Okay, just like this. All right, and the truck is on. Now on the receiver, there's going to be a red light right there. Okay, Now you need to do mapping. Map the MFC to your radio. That way it doesn't drive crazy right now. Because if you notice right now, if I steer, when I steer to the left, it goes the wrong way. So steer to the left, it goes the wrong way. If I steer to the right, it goes the opposite direction. So the steering is off right now. Now on the throttle, it also is going the wrong way. So let me switch it to here so you can see. So if you go forward, right there on the stick, the truck wants to go backwards. See, it's going backwards when I have the stick moving push forward. So that is off. And if I push it down, okay, it wants to go forward. So that is off too. That's why we have to do mapping. Now to do mapping, just press this button right here. And the truck is going to turn off. Okay, and now on your radio control, you're going to move the sticks. Let's start with the left one. Up all the way. Down all the way. Right all the way. And left all the way. Recenter. Now do the same thing with the right stick. Up. Down. Right. And left. Now turn the truck back on by pressing the button again. And the truck turns back on. Now mapping is complete. So now when you push the stick forward, the truck should go forward, just like this. Alright? And when you push back, the truck should go back. Alright? Let me do it again. Okay, right there. Alright, so that's working properly. Now the steering, sometimes, like in this case, when you steer to the right, it will still go the other direction. I steer to the left and it goes the opposite direction. So in this case, you will need to reverse the channel for that servo. Now to reverse the channel, this is how you do it. You go inside the menu, okay, by pressing OK, this button right here. Okay, now you can move up and down by using these two buttons. And right now it's highlighted in the settings. Okay, push OK. Now move the arrow to where it says channel reverse. Right there, channel reverse. Push OK. And now it shows you the channels. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and channel 4. Okay, and move the arrow down. Keep the arrow in channel 1 because channel 1 is your steering. So push OK. And you can see it went from normal to reverse. Okay, so now to save it, you go down, move the arrow down all the way where it says right there. Now push OK, and that's going to save it to the new setting. So right there, the arrow is back on channel reverse. Push OK, and right there you can see it's already saved. Channel 1 is reverse. So now my steering should work correctly. So I'm going to exit out of this menu by clicking right here, this button, the C. It has the letter C. Push it again and again, and now I'm out. So now if I steer, my steering is correct. I turn to the left, the stick, it turns to the left, and then to the right, it turns to the right. Alright, that's how you reverse the channel on the radio. Now in the beginning, you're going to notice that the function buttons right here on the left, they don't work. They don't do nothing right now. And also the ones on the top, they don't do nothing right now. Okay, except for these ones. These buttons right here on the right, they're for your menu. Okay, so these ones are not working right now. Don't worry, everything is okay. The reason is because we need to go into the radio to turn them on. Okay, that's why they don't function right now. Okay, to make the buttons function, go to the menu by pressing OK, this button. Okay, and the arrow is pointing at settings. Press OK. Now the arrow is pointing at the button function. Press OK. And now you can see it says tank A, tank B, truck, MFC 1, 2, and 3. So depending on which MFC you're using, you can move the arrow to point out which MFC you're using. So I'm going to use these two buttons to move it up and down, and I'm going to highlight my MFC 1, okay, because that's the one I'm using. Then I press OK, and now it gives me the list of the buttons, the numbers, and what do they do. Number 1, it says right there, you can see the arrow. Number 1, it says hazard, on, off. Number 2, no action, which means it's not gonna do nothing if I press number 2. Number 3 is horn, SPT, and then leg. All right. Number 4, drive, dash, reverse. Number 5, it says it's not gonna do nothing if I push it. Number 6, engine on and off, and then push it again. Number 7, light position, that should turn the lights on. Button number 8, horn, leg down. Button number 9, horn, coupler. And number 10, horn, leg up. And then you have the word right, which in other words, this means to save it. Whichever settings you want, that's the button that you want to click. Press OK, and it tells me to wait, and the truck turned off, and now it's going to turn back on. Okay, and now I exit the menu by pressing clear, exit, exit, again clear. Okay, now right here is your channels. Okay, now if you have reversed your channel, your steering, you're going to have to reverse it again, because once the truck started turn back on, it for some reason it erases the channel reverse. So you have to reverse the channel again, because right now my steering is off. All right, so I'm going to do that quick by pressing OK, settings OK, and then channel reverse, OK, and channel 1 reverse, OK, and then I go down to where it says right, OK, and now my steering should be OK, reverse, OK. So now exit, 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 OK, and it says right there, channel 1 is reverse. Now my steering is working correctly. Okay, now the buttons also should be working correctly. When you press number 1, you get your hazard lights. Okay, right there. Number 2, nothing happens. Number 3 is for your fifth wheel. Okay, right there you can see the server moving. Okay, to unlock the fifth wheel. Okay, and to lock the fifth wheel. Okay, I press it again, number 3, and if I push up, you get your long horn. Down, you get your short horn. Okay, number 4 is for rubbing the engine. Okay, and the truck doesn't move, you can rub the engine. Okay, if you press it again, number 4, now you can move the truck. Okay, right there. All right, now number 5, there's no action. Okay, and number 6 is to turn on and off the truck. All right, now the truck is off and it's not going to go nowhere. If you press it again, it's going to start back on. All right, number 7 is for your lights. You press it the first time, it turns your interior lights. Press it again, you get your regular headlights. And if you press it again, you're going to get your fog lights. Okay, and number 8 is for your horn. It says horn. You're going to get the horn and it also makes the legs down on the trailer. So if you have your trailers and you have that automatic system for your legs to go down on the trailer, it's going to make the legs to go down. Now number 9, you get the sound horn again, and it's also for your coupler. And number 10, you get the horn sound again, and it's also for your leg up on your trailer. Okay, so that's what the buttons do when you press them. Now what I like about this radio control is that you can customize the buttons. Each button you can customize it to however you want them to do. So you can assign any button to any specific action that you want them to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to go ahead and set my buttons, so the way that I think that is easier to have access to the functions of the truck. Okay, to assign a function to a specific button, go to menu, okay, and then select setting by pushing OK, button function, OK, and then move the arrow to where it says MFC01. Depending on which one you have, select the right one by pushing OK. Now you have the list of the buttons, and I'm going to go into button number 1 and change it to my engine and off by pushing OK. And then I select either by pushing up or down, I can change it. So I'm going to change it to my engine on and off. Okay, right there, I push OK. Button number 2, I push OK, and I'm going to change it to the lights on and off. Okay, almost right there, light position, I push OK. Button number 3, I'm going to change it by pushing OK. Now I'm going to move the arrow and I'm going to change it to hazards on and off. Okay, right there, I push OK. And now button number 4, I'm going to change it to drive reverse, and it's already on drive reverse, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I push, I'm going to move the arrow down, okay. And button number 5, I'm going to change it to my fifth wheel, to unlock and lock my fifth wheel. So I'm going to change it to where it says horn SPT. Now I do not know what SPT means. I'm just gonna change it because I know that's the one that unlocks my fifth wheel. So right there, okay. Now I push OK. Now button number 6, I push OK because I'm going to change it to no action. I do not want it to do anything. Right there, I push OK, and then I move to button number 7. Button number 7 is for my lights. I like this function already, so I want to keep it like that. To number 7 to turn on and off my lights. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I move to number 8. I push OK, and this one I also I do not want it to do anything, so I'm going to put no function, no action. Okay, I push OK. Button number 9, I'm going to do the same thing. No action. I push OK. And button number 10, I'm also going to put it into no action. Okay. Alright, right there. Okay, now I go to where it says right, and I'm going to save my settings, save them by pushing OK. Now the truck is going to turn off, and it's going to turn back on. Okay, now I exit the menu by pushing clear right there, this button. One thing to keep in mind is that every time you make those adjustments, your servos, if you had reversed your servo, is going to go back to normal. So just keep that in mind and go back to change the servo. If you had it reversed, whichever one you had reversed, go back and change them, because for some reason it puts it back to normal when you make those changes. All right, and this blinking light, if you get this blinking light, don't worry about it, because this blinking light means that my batteries on the radio they're low. So that's what the blinking light means. So I need to change and put new batteries. Now let me show you my functions. Now I already reversed back the servo back to where I had it before. Channel number 1 and channel number 4, I have them reversed. Now when I press number 1, button number 1, the engine turns off. I push it again and the engine turns on. Alright, button number 2, I get my interior lights. I push it again and I get my headlights. I push it again and I get my fog lights. Button number 3 is for my hazard lights. And button number 4 is to rub the engine right there. And the truck doesn't move. Now let me press it again. And now the truck is going to be able to move. Okay. Button number 5 is to unlock and lock the fifth wheel. So when you move the stick right here, you can see right there the servo. Okay, moving. That's to unlock and lock the fifth wheel. I'm gonna push it again, number 5. Okay, and then now I only get my horn, my long horn and the short horn sound. Okay, now button number 6, there's no function, it doesn't do nothing. Now button number 7 right here, the one on the top, this one, when I press it, I assign it to turn off the lights. So I like this other option right here. Okay, I push it again and it gives me the lights again. Okay, button number 8 right here, the bottom one, there's no action, it doesn't do nothing. And number 9 and 10, I assign them to not do anything. So that's pretty much my settings, and I noticed this is easier to control the truck. Very simple. Okay, and that's how I like it. But you can assign any function to any button however you feel comfortable. Now when you are changing the settings for the buttons, if you make any mistakes, very easy, you can fix it back. In case you make a mistake and you want to get it back to normal or start again, just simply go to the menu, go to settings. Okay, let me get closer. Button function. Let me go back right here where it says factory reset. So you push OK, and then it's going to tell you, okay, factory reset, yes and no. So if you make a mistake, just move the arrow down to where it says yes, push OK, and that's going to reset everything back to the factory settings. So you could do that if you make any mistakes and you want to start all over again. So I'm going to exit right now out of the menu. Okay, right there. Okay, so very nice control. I like how you have that feature to assign any function to any button. So that makes this radio control very easy to use. Now to shift gears, move the left stick all the way to the left and then go up. That's first gear. Second gear, go up. Third gear all the way to the right and then up. That's third gear. Now you can also shift gears by doing this. First gear, then move it to the middle, second gear, and then move it to the right. That's third gear. Okay, now if you want something more challenging, you can buy separately this shifting plate. This goes over this left stick right here, but you'll need to add some glue on the top and on the bottom, not too much, very little. And you could use this glue right there. This glue is called micro crystal clear. It dries clear once it dries. Okay, and you can remove it without damaging the plastic. So this goes right here. Okay, just like that. And you can shift gears by doing this. First gear right there, second gear, and then third gear, and then reverse. Let me try it again. Right there, that's reverse. just like the real trucks.
Alright, so that's it for this video. If you like this type of videos, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Now also, I recommend you to check out my merch store, and that's one way to support my channel. I'll write the description, the link, in the description down below of this video. Now I also would like you to help me reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there before the month of December 2022. So help me out reach 1,000 subscribers, and thank you so much in advance for subscribing and for watching my videos. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you on the next one.